Hey guys, welcome to Clockwork Dandy Noodles, and welcome back to another Iona in Japan. Welcome back to another session. I'm sorry it's been a bit late. Still not sure on what to do with the Iona situation, so if you do have any ideas, please put your suggestion down below. Oh god, I'm so itchy. Itchy. Japan updates. It is starting to get cooler. I'm actually happy to announce that the temperatures are starting to dip around 20 degrees, which is great. Still a bit warm for my liking, but we're getting there. I'm also suffering right now from allergies. Around this time of the year, people harvest rice and it causes pollen or dust to be in the air. And my face just itchy. I'm streaming, my nose streams. I'm on medication for hay fever, but it's not doing a great deal. So I hope you guys are doing better than I am. And there are more updates as well. There is some trips coming up that you guys should be aware of, that I should hopefully be able to bring you guys some cool things about. There's going to be trips to Itoshima. Hashima's on the list as well. I intend to do some spooky stuff, go and do some more urban exploring. Today's video is mainly about the Japanese supermarket. I want to share some of my experiences in the supermarket in particular, just so you guys also have an idea of what supermarkets are like in Japan. Wait, nope, not that side. Oh, no. Somewhere on the screen right now is going to be some pictures I took of the meat section in my local superstore. This is a superstore, not a conveni. Convenis just don't do vegetables or anything. It reminds me of Morrison's in England, because Morrison's do have that meat counter. They also have bits like the veg counter and the fish bit as well. So I think for me, superstores in Japan remind me a little bit of Waitrose, maybe as well, maybe a tiny bit. It reminds me of that. Supermarkets are pretty awesome. Things will be different, so get ready to have veg and fruit together. Also, something I discovered was the classifications of fruits and vegetables. All of my classes started to get very confused when I was like, oh, this is a fruit, this is a vegetable, and they're like, nah, stop lying, bruh, stop lying. So in the West, the classification for a fruit is generally anything that flowers, has seeds inside it, or on itself. It's something to do with the method of how it flowers. It comes from a flower. Normally, if it's on a tree as well, the seeds are inside, it drops them, it causes sprouts, and yeah, that's a fruit. So for me, things like tomato, fruit, pumpkin, fruit, melon, fruit. Japan, no. All of those things I listed are vegetables. Just be prepared that things are going to be in different places. The salt and the sugar, same place, mainly in the baking section because it's all used for seasoning as well. There are different types of rice. Make sure you are aware of this. There is a washed rice, non-washed. The washing rice, the one which is washed, you still need to wash it at least once. There's still going to be stuff in it. So don't just think, oh, it's been washed, I don't need to wash it. You do have to still. It's always good to just wash things anyway. But the meat sections are fantastic. Obviously, like in anime, the later you go in the night, things do get discounted. But depends how fresh you want your veg and stuff. I have started to cook. They're great. I will be releasing some of my recipes, I think, on my blog. So make sure you are following the blog. It's up there, and I am noticing an uprise. So somebody's found the blog. I don't know who it is, but some of you guys are watching the blog, which is great. So make sure, of course, that you bring your own bags and stuff, unless you want to pay for a bag, which is the same standard thing as in the West, completely the same. There is an amazing counter where you can as well refill things. So I think I mentioned in my last video that if you're buying like shampoo, soaps and things, you can technically keep the container. Imagine there's like a container in my hand, and then you can buy like the refill to go into the container and, you know, pour it in kind of thing. If you are like me and you can't really understand Japanese, and it gets a lot. There's a lot of kanji, there's a lot of just labels and different fonts. Fonts is another thing. You might think you know hiragana, then suddenly a fancy font comes along and you're not sure what symbol you're looking at. I get that so much, because I was like, I'm sure I know my hiragana, and then suddenly there was this weird font and I'm like, huh? Just like, I'm so confused. I have no idea what that says, but it is fine. You can use Google Translate. I tend to go after school, so I guess most people at this point have finished their shopping. I don't go on weekends just because everyone else is going on weekends. I need time to process and read. Honestly, once you start finding brands that you like, it makes things a lot quicker. I know there's a sour cream over here. I am nuts for this stuff. It tastes so good. You put in a bit of lime and honestly, absolutely amazing. I can't recommend it enough. But honestly, the experience in the supermarket is getting better. I'm having fun looking at stuff. I do sometimes get annoyed when I want something and it's just not available because you have to go to a konbini or you have to go somewhere else. They do that a lot. There's some things that I would find in a supermarket that I can't find right now. I just want paper. Girl can't find paper, like proper fancy paper. It's not happening. There's some really cool things that you can find. Sometimes they have offers and coupons on as well. Some of them do point cards. If I stay longer, I might consider getting a point card for the one near me because I'm starting to go there quite a bit and it might be nice just to have points racking up. That's also something that is nice. When you go to Amazon in Japan, you rack up points every order and you can use them on your orders to take money off, which I really like because you can't do that in the West. However, Amazon Prime, not a thing. Apparently in the bigger cities it is. Where I live, it's not a thing, so it's fine. So I guess taking points is kind of like, here is your alternative. Here is our, you can have this, but you can't have this kind of thing. So that's just not happening at all. Supermarket, really cool. You will, of course, need a shopping trolley, basket kind of thing. When you put your basket down, they will put your food back into a different basket. And then once they have totaled it up and you've paid, take it to the side, put your bags in. You don't just stand there and do the bag thing, which irritates me so much in the UK. That is something in the UK that I don't like, is just, oh, now we're standing here waiting for this family of 8 billion just to do everything. Aldi in particular was the worst for it, and I regretted it. Every time I went in there going, oh, I've got an hour lunch. Oh, no, I haven't. I've got 20 minutes to eat because I have no time. But honestly, Japan has really nice systems. Today as well, I went to the front till by accident and she was like, oh, you're paying by cash. And I was like, yeah, I'm paying by cash. And she just put me on the self-checkout, which was like, oh, there's a self-checkout for the payment section. Amazing. That means I don't have to bug you and go, oh, here's some bad Japanese kind of thing. That was really cool. The experience is great. There's some really nice selections. I've been to 3 supermarkets now. I found a really cool one in Nags. That was quite fun. But the one near me is probably my favorite so far because it's just the right level of big. And there is a bigger one near me. I say near me, it's more like half an hour away. But I do want to check that out at some point. It's apparently got quite a bit in it, which will be quite fun. But yeah, I do think that the supermarket experience should be experienced if you are coming to Japan. Even if you're here as a tourist and you're only here for 2 weeks or something and you are just eating food and wanting to experience the food and cooking, do that for sure. But just check out a supermarket because they are fun. You get to see different brands. You get to see what you might even recognize. So I'm noticing things that I do recognize here, like Kit Kat, Skittles are kind of over here. Werther's Originals, you will find those. They're German, but I always thought they were for the UK for some reason because I just thought they were British, but they're not. But yeah, you will find certain foods just randomly. Sometimes I find things like Haribo's just floating around. Obviously, Fanta and stuff. Big brands like Coca-Cola, you get them, but they are different. There's some unique flavors. I am currently drinking Fanta Apple. Really excited to have found it. But honestly, this is my video just on a brief experience in the supermarkets. I hope you guys are doing well. If you have any questions, of course, leave them in the comments below. Until next time, guys. Bye-bye.